everybody. Radical Gardener, how are you? Well, I'm going to do a short little bit here, and then I'm going to include the link down below of the discussion / interview that we had with Diamond from Oppenheimer. We meaning Dr. Snell and I, about the bioacoustic sound that comes from nature and how we worked with it and what the results were. But there's a lot more in that discussion too. And then we did a new one yesterday with him. It's just really fun to talk to him. He's a scientist, but he's got the woo-woo going on, and it's just a nice fit for us, so we can just slide around and really talk about anything. But as you know, I've been reading these books that have been channeled. Now, I don't read channeled books. I don't read really self-help books. I'm more of a gal that likes to hang out reading Steiner and, just things like that. I'm sorry, I have the frogs. I ate something I wasn't supposed to. But these books are just a whole different level. The way that they're written is so high in frequency. And the reason I say that is with the huge shifts in me, but just the act of reading it and the rhythm of the writing. And that writing is so powerful because of the rhythm, the way that it gets in. It's really special. So I'm going to read a little bit here. So I'm on the third book, the book of knowing and worth. And again, they don't feel like self-help books. I mean, my life is improving reading them. They're just connecting me to something that I need to connect to. And that's a Christ consciousness, not in a religious way. I think religion is completely bastardize our spiritual way of life. And so, most people can't even resonate with it because there's so many lies, and so much of it is fear-based. But listen to this. I wanted to touch on this because so many people have asked me, how did you know to get out of Michigan? As you know, Michigan has just been a nightmare for the people that live there. The governor is, off the charts. She doesn't care about anybody except herself and her little pals. And it's heartbreaking. It's where I was born, where I grew up. I mean, I left for a long time and I came back to it. I felt like I was home. But so people ask me, how did I know to get out? And there was no rational thought. Just a whole bunch of things happen for me to just trust my intuition. So I'm going to read this. Now understand this, please. When you are awakened in a new way, the vision is changed. When the vision is changed, the possibilities are new. When the possibilities are new, there are new choices to call to you. But to be in your wisdom means you identify what you need in a thoughtful, kind way, and you inherit your wisdom. You claim the magnificence as the one who may know. This is such different language than what a lot of these books have. Now, when we speak of knowing, as we have explained previously, we do not speak of thinking. Thinking is a process. It's a sorting. It's a way of managing information. And you may come to a decision through thinking anytime you need to. Wisdom is inheritance of a divine sense of authority. When one is in his wisdom, he is a benefactor to others because he may share information from a higher level. I do so much intuitively and try not to think about it. Like when I get these strong feelings, I just act on them. And they may not make sense to everybody else, make sense to me. And thank God my husband was willing to go along with me. So used to thinking that it's all about you that you forget that you can access information and conscious thought and the requirements for your needs by intention. When you go into intention with something, you go into alignment with it. So when you have an intention about something that you want to bring into your life, you begin to align with it. I'm telling you, I even do it with garage sales. I do it with the smallest stuff. And in alignment with it, you are in agreement. You are accessing. You are the receiver in the broadcast of the thing you have claimed. Now, why wisdom? Why do we want to use that word today? Because when one is wise, one is in their knowing. When one is wise, one may support another. My throat. I ate something that I thought I was fine with. Obviously not. So I get this weird thing in my throat. When one is wise, one may trust their information as they accept it. If you wish to be wise, decide you are and move into alignment with all the wisdom that there is. It's all right there for you. You just have to know that it's there. That's all. That's all you have to do. Knowing you deserve it. Now, moving into alignment is not a hard process. It's simply a choice and a requirement that you create to shift your frequency, there's that word, to another level of information and access. When you say you are your name, you align to your name. I am wisdom moves your frequency into accord with the frequency of wisdom, and that will be of benefit to others. So as your frequency rises, everybody around you, theirs does too. You don't have to say one word to them. You don't have to teach them, be an example. You just have to work on yourself and raise your frequency, and then magical things happen all around you. I am telling you, I have watched it in my life. I've done it in a lot throughout my life. I like to be a bright light, but lately I have been more mindful because walking in stores when people have masks on and everything, I get tripped out. And so I come in and just raise that frequency and beam as much happiness and light that I can. And it completely shifts the scenario. When you shift your vibration in a new way, there is an experience, an overlay that occurs because you are moving your vibration from one space to another, and in the new space, acclimating to the vibration that exists there. So this is experiential. This is something you experience, yes, but just to say the words and not to acclimate, not to bring your vibration to the new place, will not support you well. As you make the intention, you must understand that you are making a decision to align to something that is very different than grabbing something or shielding yourself from something. It is simply aligning to something new. And in this alignment, you call your frequency as yourself in this new way. And it is all about frequency. So this is what they say about truth. And then I'm going to end it here so that I do want you to watch the interview / discussion with Diamond. So I don't want this to go on too long. Now, wisdom, we say, is a part of your inheritance. And you mistake intelligence for wisdom, and they are not the same thing. I think I read this, right? I don't care. I'm going to repeat it because it's great. Anybody can do the math who learns their timetables. Anybody can do the construction that learns how to build something with a hammer and a nail. But no one may know the truth until he aligns to it. You may only know truth by aligning to it. And we underline this and say it a third time. You may only know truth by aligning to it. Man, this book is what the doctor ordered. I'm going to tell you what. And just even that, I really wanted to journey inward as the madness was going on in the world, because I knew that's where the answers were. It wasn't going to be me being on social media or what have you. Though I have gone back to social media because I enjoy it. I like social media, sorry. And I've gone back to it, and I've been able to be on it and sit in it and not get triggered by it at all. Just stay positive, have fun with my friends on social media. I don't really make a lot of new friends on it. Just friends that have been my friends for years on social media. But it's been interesting to really maintain that frequency, and it's been easy as I'm communicating on there. And the reason I had to get off before, it just felt dark, it felt toxic. It doesn't feel like that now. You know why? Because I brought me to it. I brought my frequency. I don't care what the frequency is of social media. I could care less. It really has nothing to do with me. And maybe I can affect it as opposed to it affecting me. And really just going through life, and no matter what I do. So that is it for me today. Larry is getting big. What a fantastic freaking dog I ended up with. What this dog has taught me has been unbelievable. I mean, patience, just so much, because Larry's a dog. And, you know, before that I had a lab who was so insanely easy to raise. And she was really sweet, but she was an interesting dog. She kind of liked to be by herself. She was like this thoughtful, meditative dog. My friend Jen would agree. And Jen told me when I got Phoebe, she says, boy, did you luck out with that dog. It was so easy. And then I had Little B. And Little B, you know, I mean, Shih Tzus, he was a Shih Tzu Yorkie. But they're more like they're your little baby. They're not really like a dog. They are, but they're not. You know what I mean? This is a dog. He's part hound. You know, he's got that, you know, he yells at me. You know, he snuggles. I love riding in the car with him. He hangs out the window. It is hysterical. He's never met a human being or another animal he doesn't love. He's just a wonderful dog. And, you know, it's exactly what I needed, you know, with having lost Joe, and then I lost a dear friend. My stepmother died, you know, putting Little B down. This dog has been such a gift. So I'm going to make more videos with him just because he's so much fun. But anyways, yeah, so all about Larry. All right, you guys, see you soon. I've come up with some solutions in the garden, so I'm going to share that with you next. Okay, have a good day. Radical Gardener, from my garden to yours. May your garden always grow. Sending you a ton of love. You know how I do that. Okay, goodbye.